Finland is the happiest country in the world. Our healthcare system is getting praised, and things here are so fine that people are willing to take a harsh bicycle ride to get here. But the haters will often bring up the fact that in Finland you have to pay a lot of taxes. And I mean a lot. Taxation is quite a broad topic for a YouTube video. So broad in fact that even reading the whole Wikipedia article is tiresome. So I am not going to talk about every aspect of Finnish taxation. In the Finnish language, the tax authority is called tax bearer. Apparently, this originates from Swedish and German languages, but I found this idiom fitting, since the heavy taxation of Finland is quite similar to a bear actually ravaging your income. In Finland, you can often hear the words of Benjamin Franklin, "The only certain things are debt and taxes." So it seems that amongst the Finnish people, the tax authorities live in our heads rent-free. Some people live in the misconception that the tax office is some kind of layer of evil where the tax authorities scheme how much money they are going to steal from you. But actually, the Finnish parliament is the one who decides the amount of taxation. The tax authority is just there to collect said taxes and make funny and relatable content on social media at the same time. In my opinion, the most discussed aspect in Finnish taxation is the progressive taxation. To put it simply, the more you earn, the bigger your tax percentage will be. This can be conveniently illustrated with the marginal taxation percentage, which shows how much of your extra income will be taken from you in the form of taxes. You might be thinking, is the ad revenue from YouTube taxable? Yep. But what about the situation where a brand pays for visibility on your channel? Yes, the compensation from sponsors is also taxable income. And speaking of the subject matter, what would you think of a game with awesome champions, PvE and PvP content, tactical upgrade system, and now that they are celebrating their 5th year anniversary, they would also offer you a massive amount of bonuses. Sounds awesome? If you sign up now, you will get epic bonuses such as a new champion, a ton of silver, and some chicken. In addition, if you reach level 25, you will get even more silver and some other goodies as well. Now you might think that offering more would be just silly, but because I am a silly person, you will get a new champion if you use my link and use this festive promo code. Some of the more recently added features in this game include mythical champions like this fiery fellow here, live arena where you can challenge other players, and cursed city. These all are added on top of the epic stuff that was already there, like my favorite champion, the Axeman. He's a man with an axe. You can also find me, Mandelin, in the game and join my very own clan, Rahan Taki. So use the link in the description to download this game and claim the rewards. And if you didn't catch it already, this video is sponsored by Raid. Now that we know that there is quite a hefty chunk taken from your paycheck, we can take a closer look at how this chunk is formed. Two major payments are formed with the state income tax and työeläkemaksu, which is used to upkeep the pensions paid in Finland. The last big chunk is paid to the place where you live, in so-called community charge, and this is actually something in which your choice can have an effect on how much tax you have to pay. If cost optimization is your greatest priority, then you can choose to live in a place where the community charge is lowest. Speaking of cheaping out in taxes, another avenue to save some change is by leaving the church. Practicing capitalism is also taxable in Finland, as private individuals have to pay 13% tax from capital gains and 34% from gains over 30,000 euros. But for most, this is something they don't have to worry about. It is likely more important to know that if you make a loss in your investing career, those losses are tax deductible from your future capital gains. Although Finns seem to complain about the amount of taxation, according to this study, they are generally willing to pay up. Also, taxation enables Finns to practice one of their favorite hobbies: tax optimization. Some would argue that the most efficient way to optimize your taxes is to relocate yourself to Sweden. In Finland, there are a plethora of tax deductions that you can use to your advantage. But do note that optimizing taxes may not always mean saving money. One of the latest examples of this is the removal of transfer tax from the first-time home buyers. The housing market was in low numbers throughout the 2023, but this changed in the later part of the year when the government removed the transfer tax benefit, which meant that starting from the beginning of 2024, first house buyers would have to pay 2% in transfer tax. I can't be sure, but I think it is extremely likely that overprices have been paid, because the house buyers have been in such a haste to secure that sweet tax benefit. So in the end, they actually lost money while they were saving in taxes. Like most of the countries in the world, Finland also has a value-added tax, which is known as this monstrosity of a word, arvonlisävero, shortened as ALV, often referred as alvi. In addition to alvi, there are a plethora of different excise taxes that are often used to gently guide the citizens away from their bad habits, like alcohol and tobacco. As I have understood from the popular culture, filing your taxes is a major pain in the ass in the USA. It is sort of a test that the authorities already know the answer to and want to test your knowledge on the subject matter. In Finland, this is not the case, as you only need to check that the tax authorities have got the right information and announce your deductions, or if they miss some income in your taxation. We can't discuss Finnish taxation without mentioning the National Envy Day of Finland, which is held every year when the last year's tax records are published. Yep, that's right. Personal taxation is public information in Finland, and many journalistic institutions upkeep taxation records of sorts, from which you can find high-earning individuals. Although these records do not contain people who make under 100,000 euros per year, you can still find anyone's tax records by contacting the tax administration. Naturally, there are people who question this practice, since it should be no one's business how much money they are making. But maybe these people do not realize that it actually is someone's business to snoop your income. Remember to check out